The Morning of the Magicians by the French Louis Pauwels and Jacques Bergier was published in English in 1960, a few years after the French edition. As the authors disclaim in their preface, the book is intended to challenge readers' viewpoints on historic events. They cover topics like crypto-history, ufology, occultism in Nazism, alchemy, spiritual philosophy. The authors explain that their goal was to give readers the opportunity to test their level of cognitive dissonance and their critical thinking skills. Their point is to show that the world is far stranger and more complex than we are taught to believe, and true understanding lies not in rigid scientific dogma or blind mysticism, but in the bold exploration of both. They urge the reader to adopt what they called an intellectual adventure mindset, to open up to forgotten knowledge, fringe ideas, the limits of science, and the possibilities of the human mind, all without necessarily accepting everything as fact. It's about awakening curiosity, especially towards hidden or forbidden knowledge, and recognizing that progress requires imagination as much as reason. Key themes and points. 1. Exploration of the occult and paranormal. The authors investigate various occult practices and paranormal phenomena, suggesting that these elements have significantly influenced historical events and human development. 2. Alchemy and its modern implications. They discuss alchemy not just as the ancient art of transmuting base metals into gold, but as a symbolic and literal quest for profound knowledge. 3. Secret societies and conspiracies. The book explores the influence of secret societies throughout history, such as the Rosicrucians and the Golden Dawn, and so on. The authors suggest that these groups have played pivotal roles in shaping philosophical and scientific thought, often operating behind the scenes to guide humanity's intellectual evolution. 4. Occult influences on Nazism. A significant portion of the work examines the Nazi regime's fascination with the occult. The authors examine how esoteric beliefs and pseudoscientific theories may have influenced Nazi ideology and actions, including references to concepts like the World Eyes Doctrine, Die Welteislehre, developed by the Austrian engineer and inventor Hans Bergier, who received this idea in a vision. 5. Mutants and human evolution. This concept is explained as individuals who possess extraordinary cognitive abilities, representing a potential next step in human evolution. The authors speculate that such individuals could herald a new age of enlightenment and understanding. 6. Critique of conventional science. The authors challenge the limitation of orthodox scientific approaches, advocating for a more inclusive perspective that embraces unconventional and mystical phenomena. They argue that mainstream science often dismisses the anomalies that can't be explained. The Morning of the Magicians has been both celebrated for its exploration of unconventional ideas, but also criticized for the excess of speculation and the lack of empirical rigor. Down below in the description, I put a link to an article from the New Dawn magazine that I found very interesting about this book.